We have some development here. Humiliating. Harry and Meghan denied entry at the 2025 Grammy Awards red carpet for the whole show. What exactly happened? Let's discuss that. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have suffered yet another humiliating blow as they were reportedly denied entry at the 25 Grammy Awards red carpet after showing up without an invitation. The former royals, who have desperately tried to embed themselves into Hollywood's elite circles, were left red-faced when security personnel refused them access, making it abundantly clear that their presence was neither expected nor welcome. According to eyewitnesses, Meghan arrived dressed in full glam, clearly expecting to make a grand entrance at one of the biggest nights in the music industry. Harry, looking increasingly uncomfortable, stood by her side as they attempted to talk their way past security. However, event organizers stood firm, blocking their entry as the couple had not been included on the official guest list. Sources inside the Grammys reveal that Sussexes had not been extended any invitation. Very embarrassing reality that Meghan reportedly refused to accept. Industry insiders speculate that Meghan Markle was banned on her failed with Love Meghan projects to secure her a place at the prestigious event. I'm not shocked whatsoever to find out that this may have happened. I cannot personally verify this information, whether this is true or not. But looking back at some of the awkward moments, embarrassing moments of Meghan and Harry they have been through, I think it is very possible that they wanted to go there, but they were denied entry. Now, I want to also share this particular news with you where they were mocked. Now, Hollywood is obviously looks like turning against them, Meghan and Harry, and they're trying to distance themselves as much as they can. Now, take a listen at this report.
And on to the Sussexes. And Angela, look, not long after the Sussexes took a whack from Vanity Fair, now they've been trashed by stand-up comedian John Mulaney and in front of a whole heap of Hollywood elites. So who was there and what happened?
Well, Ben Affleck was there, Tina Fey was there, so real Hollywood A-list. What happened is that he's got a new show in Netflix. These were the sort of up the fronts for Netflix announcing the new shows about to come out. He's got this chat show. He's sort of describing what the show is like, that it's a little bit vague, but he makes the point, and this is really critical because this is in front of a whole lot of Netflix execs. He says, not since Harry and Meghan has Netflix given more money to someone without a specific plan. Basically, that just shows what a laughing stock Harry and Meghan are in America. For this guy to rip into other Netflix talent, because of course they're still on the books with Netflix. They've still got Meghan's show about to come out in March too. So to have been so brutal and so much bravado, not only in front of the elite of Hollywood, but in front of those Netflix executives, speaks volumes about how they're regarded.
Obviously, this is a big problem with Netflix. One of the main problems they're facing Netflix is publicity. A lot of people are calling them out for their hypocritical behavior and also their poor choice of cast for their shows, especially in this case, Meghan and Harry. Things that they have done in the past, all the shows, all the dramas, everything they have done for Netflix, they all failed, a lot of them, most of them. And the one that succeeded was because of people's curiosity about these duplicitous duos. Now they have become a laughing stock and people are calling them out. This time, a comedian trashing Meghan and Harry in front of the Netflix execs is something very, very telling because, yes, it is easy to swipe it under the rug and forget about it, what happened. But if you take a look at the continuation of this kind of humiliation, the continuation of people calling Meghan and Harry out for their hypocrisy is something very, very intense. If you don't remember what happened when they went to the LA fire for the disaster tourist title that they have achieved or they have earned during that, they were called out by another Hollywood star. So this looks like this to me, they're getting called out every single time, but the more they get called out, the more they're making people to do so. It is not that they're learning any lesson from their mistakes or trying to mend their ways or try to recalibrate the whole situation and go from there. And I mean, a good starting point would be just disappear from public sphere, but that's not what they're doing. They are getting called out and they're showing up one more time. They're getting called out. They're showing up one more time, and this is such a disaster for everyone involved.
America.
Absolutely, and if that wasn't enough, randomly, Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson had a sit down with each other in the Middle East. There's a lot to unpack just there in that concept itself, but they did talk about the Sussexes, unsurprisingly, and this is what they had to say.
Meghan Markle does not represent black people in the United States. I don't know if you knew that.
No question she doesn't. Don't worry, I'm very familiar. She doesn't represent anybody.
Of course
other
not.
than a very elite, hypocritical group of people who are really going to go down in history as the most hypocritical group of people ever.
And the most incompetent. Like, they don't know how the power grid works. They can't fix a car. They don't know anything. They're totally useless. They're parasites. And when
they do not know how to fix their car. Something I don't know. When did that happen? Wow, that is interesting.
given the chance to rule, they wrecked the country because they don't know how to do anything.
Now, Louise, we know Piers, well, he's had plenty to say about the Sussexes, but what's your view on this particular insight by Tucker regarding Meghan? Or both of them, but he was quite pointed.
He was quite pointed. Look, I see this as a real stinging rebuke for Meghan because she has championed her sort of biracial status. You know, she's often said in sort of comms or in interviews, you know, my father is Caucasian, my mother is African American. She went to Nigeria, of course, with Harry, and she's very proud of her sort of racial heritage. So to be called out by Tucker Carlson and Piers as well, two of the most, you know, diabolical commentators in the sense that their reach is far and wide, is very bad for Meghan because that's often a topic which you can't discuss. I mean, I know people who live in California who say you cannot even mention anything around Black Americans or Black Lives Matters and sort of cast a disparaging comment towards Meghan because you'll be cancelled. So I found it absolutely fascinating to watch the two of them pick her apart and say she doesn't represent Black American people.
Well, I mean, the people who should be getting cancelled, not the people who are calling out Meghan and Harry, but Meghan herself. She should be cancelled for being such a racist. She's a racist from every bit of her bone. If you take a look at her history, how she treated black men before her marriage, and now that she's, you know, married to Prince Harry, a Caucasian man, now she doesn't have any problem bringing up those, you know, stories, her childhood, and you still don't see a lot of the time she talks anything about black women, black men, but now she is married to Caucasian, and she believes that by playing the racial card will get her to, you know, get something to maybe help her climb on the social ladder. And we have seen how Tyler Perry was helping her in that regard. Yeah, you really are sympathetic to the black woman. Tyler Perry was like, yeah, I'm going to help you, Meghan. Yeah, you are the right choice. But then you have seen no connection of Meghan Markle, no relationship, past relationship with any black man. So basically she hates black people. But then now that it is working for her, this race card, she is willing to try it again and again. Now she's obviously using her mother, Dory Ragland, for that purpose. What else she will do is something that will be fascinating to find out in the future, guys, for sure.